You're watching Umami.
Hello everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I'm going to be working on the episode 24 of Interface. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm working on the finale. So episode 24. Does that mean I'm going to continue making interface afterwards? I'm not really sure. All I know is that I need to have a break from making interface stuff because I am so burnt out, it's ridiculous. But I want to make this finale meaningful and worth the wait, but that means that it's going to take me a little bit longer than usual. Been working on interface for about 3 years, and the conclusion is going to be in episode 24. It's going to tie things up and provide some resolve. So that's basically what I'm doing. And then I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards. I'll probably still be making animations, but probably going to take a break from interface stuff for a little while and just focus on smaller things. Let's see. Okay. So I'm redrawing a shot from episode 4. And the reason why is because I scaled it up. It's going to be larger, and also the drawing, it's not bad, but it's kind of rough for my standards now, so I'm going to redraw it. Maybe add some more detail and make it cooler. Also, Cammy in this part is like mock, like version 2 or whatever, so she looks a little bit different. The reference here, it's just the colors are just a little bit different, that's all. She was like rebuilt to be stronger and stuff. A few other things which I'm going to reveal in 24, but the series, Black Cover 95, the series is not finished. There's still, I mean, yeah, it's because, you know, Henrik's up in the lighthouse there sleeping and shit, and nothing has finished yet. There will be epic finale. I'm just working on it, you know. And the soundtrack will come out right after episode 24, so those who have been asking, don't worry. That's on its way. OX88, how long do you work on these a day? It depends. For episode 23, I was working on it for at least 4 or 5 hours every single day. Sometimes I would work on it for the entire day, so like more than 8 hours, like 12 hours, you know. Really depends on my ability to concentrate and that sort of thing, which is really been a tough thing for me to do. But I find that if I put some music on and I close everything else and I just focus on drawing, I'm able to get some stuff done. This is going to be a kind of a rough sketch of Cammy. I'm going to finesse it after it's done. Just using a reference from the previous. Just received pins and Chronowave poster. Looks good. Hey, Steve Dixon, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Argentina loves mischief. Christina Flores, hello from Canada. Hey, would you put the whole thing on VHS? I'm planning on doing that once it's all done. I don't. It's not currently like something I'm doing, but once the vinyls are finished, once the CDs are finished, once the series is out there and everything, I'll have some time to do some cool, fun stuff like putting a VHS release out, which I think I'll probably only make like maybe 100 or so, because I don't know how many people are gonna buy those, but it might just be cool to have some like for those who want them. Brand new easel. I need to take a picture of my cat after he's gotten a hold of my mischief blanket. He starts kneading and purring immediately, and I can't help but laugh. That's pretty funny. That's cool. Thank you, brand new easel. Cool boy, thank you, man. Umami, can you put up 3 fingers? There you go. So is this the series finale or the final end? It's like the finale. It's like like if you think of all the episodes from 1 to 24, this will be like a conclusion to Interface. Whatever I make after this, I'm going to change the name. It won't be called Interface. It'll be called something else. And the reason why is because it concludes like the overarching theme and storyline of the series. And I want to, if I was to do something else, it might pick up from the end of Interface, but it will be an inherently different plot. So that's why I'm doing that. It's kind of like the Alien franchise, how they have like Prometheus and then the Covenant. They just change the name when things are a little bit different, I guess. Rather than me make like Interface like episode 79 or whatever, because another thing is that, if it's hard for new people to get invested in a series when they see like episodes come out and it's like number like 34 or something, because then they have to go back to the beginning. And I might want to start something new, fresh, with probably, some of the same characters, or I haven't really figured it out yet. All I know is that the storyline is going to end in 24, so there's going to be a different stuff happening. Daniel, my house. Hey, thanks, Daniel. How long do you need an average to draw 1 minute of interface material? Well, it has increased over time. So, like, when I first started Interface, I used to draw, like, maybe a shot in, like, an hour, maybe less, because I was doing it really sketchy freehand, quickly, not focused too much on how things looked too much, And over time, I kind of gotten more bogged down into the details. And honestly, like, maybe it's not a good thing. Maybe I should go back to doing the really rough, quick drawings, because I'm able to make stuff more quickly that way. And even some people kind of just like the way it looks, But at this point, I have been refining my drawing for the entire series, and I can't like go backwards in the last episode. So I'm gonna just keep going, and then when I start something new, I'm gonna do some experiments, some short videos, and see what else I can try to do something different. I feel like I always need to try to try to do something different, otherwise I get bored. 0506 or 056, what inspired you to create this cerebral electricity and its static-like design? Well, honestly, the static like design kind of came from like this Memphis design thing you can look up. Like if you type in like Memphis design, it was this thing in the 90s where it was like the school of thought for design, basically. It was just like an aesthetic. And I just liked how the static looked. It kind of looked like those, those like old like notebooks that you would get for writing journal entries or whatever in school. That sort of thing. So that's just the way, and then what the static represented was, it basically just represents like, it's like a metaphor for science that we haven't discovered yet, or things we have not figured out the meaning of yet. So that's kind of my thoughts on the static. So you put it in a web series as a metaphor, and it has like a purpose that serves the plot as well. I'm sad that the story will be concluded, though. I've been watching them since I was in 9th grade, and now I'm in my senior year. I love this so much, it's just sad to let it go, see it go. Runicos, hey, thank you, man. I know, it's been like 3.5 years, man. It's been crazy. Some people have just started watching this series back in 2017, and you're already graduating high school, man. You must be excited about that. I remember my last year in high school, I was so over high school at that point. I was just so tired of it. I was like, I feel like I'm wasting my time coming to these classes. I just wanted to leave and start working or doing my own thing, not working on freaking book reports and stuff that but that last year of high school for me was tough. And I don't know, it's probably like different for everyone. I'm sure some of you guys that are in high school now are probably like really enjoying it, All I remember is it was just the last year was for me was not great. I had this job. I used to work as a dishwasher in a seafood restaurant, and I used to like go there after class to work. It wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad actually. It was kind of all right working there. It was kind of fun, but that's not really fun. I mean, working in a seafood restaurant in the middle of summer, especially as a dishwasher, because you have to like wash up all the like clam chowder and stuff, and it's like 40 degrees. It's fucking nasty. I had a whole lot of jobs that summer. I used to work at the swimming pools as a lifeguard as well at the same time. And then I used to work on a parking booth downtown. And then once at the restaurant, when the sink that I used, it stopped like producing hot water, and I couldn't wash dishes properly. I just quit because they weren't fixing it, and I was like, I had enough of this. Because I'm not going to be washing dishes with cold water. Ridiculous. I had so much more fun in college or art school and university than I did in high school. Hey, Alex C, got my first legit job, and I want to blow a chunk off it on your merch already. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, let me tell you what. Let me see if I can get you guys a discount code. If anyone's listening right now, I'll post like a nice discount, like 20% off or something. Let me just set it up here. Forget how to do that. Just give me like 1 minute. I gotta log in here to Teespring. It'll be on the Teespring store, not the other one. Tools? Pricing discount. I found it. Okay. Okay. Percentage 50% expires a couple days. I'll make it a week. All right. If anyone's interested in ordering merch on the Teespring, use this code and you'll get 50%, not 50%, sorry, 20% off. I really do appreciate you guys buying merch and stuff. It's like, it's just, I don't know what to say, but thank you so much. Here's a link to the store. I get my card tomorrow. Yeah, well, I made the code work for a week, so if you guys can think about it, you don't have to, you know, obviously. Do you think that interface influenced your personal life and ideals / views on the world? By the way, I love your work very much. Hey, Danny, thank you so much. Well, I think it's the other way around, actually. I try to, my views on the world and stuff, I try to integrate into interface. And, well, I guess while making this series, I had to think about this stuff a lot more. But when I integrate the views and thoughts into interface, I try to do it like in a really subtle way. I don't want the series to come across as preachy or anything. I just want it to be more of a reflection of the society that we're currently living in, which is one that's getting more and more interconnected with technology to a point where it's really affecting our lives in a very strong way. It's not like 2005 and, you know, where the internet was just basically for fun. And like, you know, it's like, it seems like the internet, you know, it used to be a joke that the internet is for only serious business, and people would say that sarcastically, right? But it's like, seriously now, the internet really is serious business, and it's affecting everyone in such a way now, like, especially this year with the coronavirus and everyone having to work at home and offices shutting down. It's like, I really feel like in the past 10 years, the whole world's really changed a lot because of the internet. And apps, smartphones, and that sort of thing. It really started with smartphones. I just quit my waitering job to draw. Hey, Kevin Carpenter. That's, well, I mean, I wish you the best of luck, man. I hope you can do that. I used to work as a, okay, I'll tell you guys a story. I used to work as a waiter too for not really very long. I used to be a busboy, and I was trying to become a waiter because they get paid better, right? And I had took this job at this one location downtown Halifax, and they said, all right, just show up at this location, right? And they wear a dress suit. And no, I had to wear a tie, like a pinstripe tie, like suit, or a shirt jacket, what we call it, shirt. And they're like, you don't have a red tie. Like, they didn't tell me about this tie that I had to buy for my own job, right? They like don't provide these things. You have to like go to a store and buy this stuff. Ridiculous. Anyway, all I remember is I dropped a plate of like a champagne glass tray on this guy that was like sitting there trying to eat dinner. Because they were like making me hold the tray like I don't know if I can like say this was the tray. I couldn't hold it like this. They wanted me to hold it like this. If you guys can see that, like up. I don't know why. It's just because it looks better or some shit, right? And I had to walk around with a friggin' like cloth on my arm. And then they're like, go serve it to this guy, and I spilled water on him, and it was really awkward, embarrassing, and then I basically just went home and I just told them that's not for me. I can't do waiting. It's too difficult. Aesthetic Capybara. Hey, man. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Reginald Graham. I have a job. I have an interview for a job that will move me out of my parents' house to live on the beach in California. Dude, that sounds like a nice job. What kind of work would that be? Hopefully it's not Venice Beach. And then the job is just like living in a tent somewhere. I'm sorry. Kevin Carpenter, wow, I almost dropped a tray of milkshakes on a child. There was a car accident outside. I caught it before the big glasses dropped. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Lachlan Patrick, thank you for the comment, man. Thank you for hanging around. Anime for life, thank you for the comment there too. All right, so I'm gonna keep drawing here. This is like the episode where you're finally gonna see like some action from Umami. Like I guess you saw some in episode 12. I feel like this one she's gonna go like all out. The whole series kind of been like I haven't really. There's no like crazy violence or anything, you know. And even in the finale, I don't want to have like crazy violence, but. Oh look, she looks slightly different. She's got like a heart on her chest now, so I have to change that a bit. What do you think of the minute hour? I think that dude is hilarious and a great person. And I'm sure you might be aware, but I've worked with him a few times already. He was in episode 14, and I worked with him also on the video where the kid's like snorting candy. I basically just gave him this idea. I'd said, hey, do you want to work on this like song with me about this? We're gonna do a parody of that song. I forget what it was. Cause I woke up one day and I was just like singing it, but like with the lyrics for like candy and stuff. And I don't know why, because just what happens sometimes. And he was down to do that, so it was pretty awesome. Let's see, I'm missing some of these comments here. I'll scroll up. Regina, sorry, we called you Regina. Reginold? I think that's Reginold, right? Working with CarMax, just getting promoted to buying the cars for them, basically being a full appraisal. Right now, I just do assessments and test drives on vehicles. That sounds like a solid job, man. I'm really happy for you. That's nice, dude. Andy something, just quit my job advertising at an advertising agency to take a year off to draw a graphic novel. Oh man, that's pretty sweet, dude. Wishing you the best with that. You know, whatever you do, Andy, maybe like, well, I don't know what your plan is, but when I started Interface, like, there used to be this like idea that you have to like make a whole series at once or whatever, or a whole film and then release it. And the thing I did with Interface was that they came out in little episodes, right? Some of them was short as 1 minute. And then now that it's almost finished, it's basically a feature-length film. And the benefits was I get to meet all you guys over this period of time. Like I've managed to establish an awesome fan base. Had I gone the other way around of writing everything out ahead of time, it's like too daunting, you know? And I don't know if it's hard to grow an audience. Like, you have to do it over time. I don't know what your plan is with the graphic novel, but maybe if you could figure out some way to release it in chunks, maybe it might be a good way to like grow a fan base, you know? Just a thought, that's all. I don't know. I can't wait for the last episode, Thomas Snyder. Your work has gotten me through a really tough breakup and bad point in my life, and I can't express my love for Mischief enough. Hey, Thomas, I'm happy for that, man. I hope you're getting to work through that stuff. Mischief is going to be doing some crazy shit in this last episode, so he's going to be flopping his noodles all over the place. And he's going to get... I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to say anything. But you'll see. And you guys have been so patient. It's been awesome. But it's going to take a while to get this one out because there's going to be a lot of action. And typically, I don't really do that much action because I don't really consider myself an animator. I consider myself more of a storyteller, I guess, or a musician. Not really even a musician, composer. Or not even really a composer, just a bunch of different things. But I don't really think I'm like the best at animation, so fortunately that's why it takes me so long to do stuff. I did learn, like, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at drawing though, just from making this series. What's that noise? Hold on a second. You guys can hear that, right? It's the music? I don't know. There's like some guy playing a harmonica outside or something like that. If I draw fan art again, will you accept it on Twitter account? Of course, man. Just like tag my name in it so I can see it. I'll Static Capybara. Thank you, man. Jokes aside, did Caillou's family get financial compensation for his gruesome, untimely demise? And I feel like Caillou, his life insurance payout basically just covered the damage that he caused to the stalagmite in the Cave of Forgotten Dreams, because the French government was really planning on capitalizing on those stalagmites to draw in tourism. And Caillou just went in there and fucked it up. So his family didn't really get financial compensation. They did, but then they immediately had to pay it to the French government. That's just the reality for them. I think that's probably the best. It's not a harmonica. Some guy's playing an accordion out there. Canilla Bean. I don't know if you get this question a lot, but are we allowed to use your music with credit? Well, what you should do, Canilla Bean, is if you want to use the music, just email me at this email address. And actually, make it lowercase. I don't know if it makes any difference. And then just tell me what it's going to be used for, and then I'll prove it. And usually, like, almost all the time, I say yes. It's just that if I give out a blanket agreement to say anyone, then that, then like corporations could start using it, So I have to do it. I prove it on a case-by-case basis, basically, and if you want to like upload it to YouTube, whatever, the music might get content ID claimed, But if you're uploading it for something and it's and you like, I can whitelist your channel or whatever, so you don't have to worry about that, you know? If it's like, I don't know whatever you're using it for, but how did you build your fan base? Was it solely from YouTube? And Suzette Ann, Quantum of Conscious YouTube channel brought me. Hey, yeah, thank you for talking about that. Matt, I guess his name is, did some videos discussing the web series, and I appreciate him for doing that because it's bringing in new people. So welcome new people, and thank you, Matt, for talking about the web series. What was the other thing I missed here? Jeremy, no. Oh, how did I build a fan base? It was mostly from YouTube. Because for a long time I was only posting my videos on YouTube. I started posting interface to Newgrounds, but I don't really. There's not that many people on Newgrounds, so channels like Nexpo and stuff, Nightmare Masterclass and Let's Read really helped grow my channel from 10,000 to where I am today. Really do appreciate them for that. More recently, though, I've been uploading my videos onto TikTok, which I've been kind of avoiding for a long time because the whole platform just sort of made me cringe. But I can't deny the fact that it's actually one of the best platforms right now for growing a fan base, because they actually show your videos to people. Unlike YouTube, where, I got 200,000 subscribers and I put out a video and like only 15% of them actually even know a video came out. So I've been putting things up on TikTok, hopefully to grow some base that way. And I've been managing to get some new people that way from on there, I've only been uploading things for a couple weeks. Already there's 15,000 followers on TikTok. Like, come on. Phil Jameson, who does skits and stuff on YouTube, was talking about that recently. How YouTube is basically trying to copy TikTok, but they're doing it worse in a half-assed, shitty sort of way by making these YouTube shorts. And I do lots of YouTube shorts. It's just my aspect ratio isn't correct, so I guess I'm not qualified for that. But on TikTok, aspect ratio, you can upload, it doesn't matter. You can upload any format and it works perfectly fine. So I really don't know what YouTube is thinking these days. Moved community captions, so now it's like really difficult for me to upload subtitles. I'm just almost like fed up with YouTube, honestly. I just gotta work with what I got, I guess, Did you watch Bo Burnham's Inside? If so, what do you think? Sorry, man, I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on that. John Yang, yeah, I mean, the thing is, most of the short videos, like the 30-second ones, they do pretty well on TikTok. I mean, that's pretty much the perfect platform for them, You know what, another thing I like about TikTok is you can put your YouTube channel and your Instagram right in your bio. Unlike Instagram, you can only have like one link. I feel like they're not so, like, I don't know. I know they're owned by BitDance or whatever, which is a Chinese company, but like these apps, Instagram and stuff, they really do need some competition to better their service, and I'm happy that at least one company is coming around. And at the end of the day, all these companies are going to have your data anyway. I don't really know what you can do besides avoid them, but I can't personally avoid them. Making animations on YouTube, it's kind of a necessity for me. Let's see. Get this curve right. Can't really figure it out. Okay, well that's okay. Aesthetic capybara, your mic sound getting deep fried. Okay, hold on. Deep fried, eh? Is it too close to my mouth? Maybe I'll move it over here. Is that better? Be okay. I'll move it away and move closer to it. That's it. Should be alright now. Mic is crackling. Is it still crackling? My mic is dying, eh? Okay, hold on. Just give me a second here. Let's see if I can fix it. Testing. Ooh! That sounds like shit! What the fuck? Yeah, just let me reset my thing here. Testing, testing, testing. Oh shit. Can you hear that? Does it sound okay now? Hello? Hello? Let's look at the chat. Oh, same. Sounds okay now, eh? Still staticky? How about now? I've been having some issues recently with my friggin' audio interface. It's just can't win these days, man. Everything friggin' breaks. Okay, it's good. It's good. All right. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to go back. Aesthetic capybara, thank you for the super chat there. Got any plans for the next big project? It's a surprise, perhaps. I have some ideas in my head. I have not written them. Well, actually, I did write them down, but I can't really talk about them because I think what my next move is to work on something kind of behind the scenes and try to pitch it to an actual studio. And while doing that, I will be working on little animations on YouTube, making lots of music and stuff. But I want to see if it's worthwhile to do things the traditional way because, believe it or not, having made interface, I did make some connections in the industry, and I feel like if I were to pitch something, at least I'd be able to get in the door to do it. And that would be like they would provide a budget for like actual animators, people that are way more talented than me, and I could focus on the story, you know, the direction of the series or whatever it is I'm making, music and that sort of thing, and then use the talents of people that are specialized in what they do and make something amazing that would far exceed anything I could do on my own. Because the thing is with the interface is, you know, I'm so fortunate to be able to work on this. How many people get to work on something creatively for their job, you know, that they have complete control over? But if I just don't feel like doing something one day, or if I feel like it's basically, if I stop working, the whole thing stops. And I feel like I need a little bit of more of a support from a larger kind of a network of that might actually be able to get things done in a larger way, you know. Ty Pfeiffer, I think. I'm not sure if it's nice shirt. Hey, thanks, man. This shirt, I got this shirt at Simon's downtown, and it wasn't even that much money. I think it was like, I forget how much it was, but it was it's like so nice and loose and perfect for the summer. And the thing I like about it is that I wash it and throw it in the dryer. It doesn't get all wrinkly. It just comes out like this. That's like the best. Man, really do appreciate that super chat. It's quite generous. Thanks, man. Would you prefer it to be animation rather than live action? I don't really know, man, because, you know, I'm not really like, I don't come from like a huge animation background, you know, and I kind of relate more to live action stuff, like stuff that David Lynch makes is live action, right? But and like Michael Mann movies, I really love live action stuff. Maybe like a combination of the two, you know? I don't know, but like, I'm not like a super animation fan, which is the weird thing. I have, I like Studio Gilby movies. I like Ghost in the Shell. I like Production IG, whatever. And there's some, you know, there's some feature-length animations that I really like The Iron Giant's pretty sweet. But I'm not really like a huge animation fans, other than, like, basically I like movies, like regular movies more, but, you know, with the animation, it was almost like a necessity, because how do you tell a story like Interface without animation? You know, you wouldn't really be able to. Oh yeah, this is I have like zero training in actual animation, like formal training. You know, it just I feel like you could bring the surrealism of the animation to a live action film, and it would translate. There would be certain things you wouldn't be able to do, obviously. I don't want to rely too much on CGI though either. That's the hard thing about it. I kind of like magic realism movies, though. Like, have you seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? I feel like that movie qualifies as magic realism, where it's like, feels like a realistic movie, and then all of a sudden there's like, the fight scenes are just completely, I don't know, they're just magical. It's like they're not real. It's just it's like a fake, you know, they're flying in the trees and stuff, you know. How will you react to the emergence of neural networks that transfer your drawing style to other images? I'm not too concerned about that right now because I feel like neural networks have a long ways to go before they can accurately recreate a style that, you know, that feels correct. I mean, like, so for instance, right now, a lot of neural networks are applying some sort, like, so for EB-synth, which is I think it's a neural network. It basically applies an image to an animated background, but it does in a sort of smeary sort of way. I'm not sure if if there's a neural network out there that can replicate like the feeling of like individual frames being drawn by hand. Not yet, anyway. Maybe they will be in the future. But I feel like that is actually a lot more difficult than they're making it seem out to be. And it might be a long time before they can do that sort of thing. I mean, you can obviously replicate hand-drawn sort of thing using 3D tools like Blender. But it's not exactly like an algorithm just doing it all the work, you know? Would a live-action adaptation would ever happen in the future? Would that be even possible? I feel like it would involve a lot of CGI. It would be similar to, like, you know, something like, you know, I feel like CGI has come a long way. I don't even... How would you make a character like Mischief in CGI? You know what I mean? It'd probably just look really bad. So I see it's difficult to say whether or not it's capable of happening or not. Carolina thinks it would be a mistake if I ever had the opportunity to adapt interface into some sort of live action. That would be a complete mistake. I think I could do. I could feel it. Like I know how to do it in my head. It's just I think that the thing would be it wouldn't be the same. Obviously, it would be a real adaptation, which is it would be adapted to a real. Mischief would look less cartoony, and he would look more like a real person, probably, but also not. He wouldn't necessarily look like a person either. He would look more like. It's like the Alien franchise, you know, and how the Xenomorph is, or. But I don't know. Maybe it would ruin it. But at the same time, I feel like it wouldn't ruin it, because if you want to see how it was originally intended, then you just watch the original series on YouTube, which is the source material. I couldn't, like, if I were to adapt it and try to, like, stay true to the source material, that would be a mistake, because it's a completely different medium, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. The important thing is that the timing, the mood, the atmosphere, the acting, the message all stays the same, but the actual visuals would be something that would make more sense for something like that. I'm also a person who draws animation, but I think it's too hard. That's how rewarding it is. What works have influenced your art style? So artistic works that have influenced my art style. For sure, I would have to say David Firth. for the hatching sort of thing that he does. He does a lot of hatching, and I kind of like how that looks. I use that in my style. Lighting wise, I feel like the thing that kind of sets me apart from other animations on YouTube is I use a lot of lighting. Like, for instance, I'll just have like a key light on the side of someone's face, and the whole scene is quite dark otherwise. And I get that from painting, like a background in painting. So the influence there would be from just trying to replicate how like artists paint. So as you know, if you look at the web series, all the painting references I made, you could use those as influences for sure. Where does interface take place, Canada or France? Interface takes place in Montreal, Quebec, and then in episode 13 it basically goes to New Brunswick, and then after that it's like Nova Scotia. So Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. Let's see. So like, you know, in episode 13 there's these windmills. You can see them here. Peggy's Cove is a real place. And you can go visit it. It's a lighthouse, which is kind of cool. So it spans basically the Atlantic part of Canada, including Quebec. Interface is a video game. That might be cool one day. I honestly have zero experience doing that sort of thing. It would have to be a complete collaboration with some studio. You know, another thing that influenced my drawing style is actually from a video game. I don't know if you guys ever played this game called Full Throttle by LucasArts. It came out in the 90s, and it's got a pixelated sort of style. It's very similar. That I would say that was an influence too. Actually, you know what? I feel that game would be a cool movie if someone were to adapt that into a movie. I should do that. I should just buy the rights for the script. I wonder how much that would be. Probably a lot. Why did you choose Canada as the setting? Well, one of the advices for screenwriting is that you write what you know. And there's some scenes that take place in New York City, for instance, but the majority of them take place in locations that I've been. And I don't know if it really makes that much difference in the end, but when you write stories about places you've been, you kind of got a better sense of how you can show the scenes, if that makes sense. If I were to write about write about Manila in the Philippines or something, like, probably a lot of it would just be made up in terms of, you know, and when you write what you know, there's like some sort of validity to it that maybe it's not like initially apparent, but it's just kind of there in the background. And that's all I have to say about that, I guess. Funky Head Sanderson. Even a visual walkthrough style rendering of the series would be absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, for like a video game, yeah, I think it would be pretty cool. You know, guys, check out some other games for now, though. Like, there's one called Juice Galaxy. Just type in Juice Galaxy in Google. And it's not even the same thing, but like some of the bosses kind of feel like they could have existed in the Interface series. And the humor is very similar. And the aesthetic is kind of similar. So check that out if you guys want like something that would be like a video game that takes place in Interface. For now, anyway. Anyway, I played it before. It's kind of fun. It's such a silly game, but it's fun. So I think it's being made by one guy too. Yeah, man, that's the thing about these. Like, you know, if we were to do something like it would need full control for sure, you know. And even if that means working with a smaller budget, it's worth it, I think. Otherwise, what's the point, really? On the movie thing, you mentioned David Lynch, and I now wonder if he knows of your work. I don't think he does know about it. I would love it if someone showed him Interface. And he is on YouTube too, which is interesting. But I don't know how much he like actually watches on YouTube. Would he probably enjoy it? Probably. I think he might. I feel like all the interviews I watch with him, he talks about like how you pace your movies nice and slow and stuff. And hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. And he was talking about how a lot of movies these days are just ruined because the pacing is just so fast-paced these days. I was talking to Caroline about this earlier. That there's a lot of movies, they don't give you enough time to just absorb the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a ghost again, Joseph.
Oh, God. Caroline feels like a ghost. She's just wandering around. Sanderson, no worries, man. Do you plan on doing another long-term series after Interface? Probably, but not, I mean, I'm not currently planning on doing it. I just need to work on some smaller stuff, because before it's like committing yourself to like another 4 or 5 years, and it's just a huge project. It's a big endeavor, you know.
Oh, it's been like 3 years, hasn't it?
I think it's going to be 4 years by the time I'm finished completely.
Wow. Spent 4 years on this thing? That's crazy.
Are there any reasons for the similarities between Mischief and Pennywise from It? I mean, other than them being clowns, I don't really know if there's similarities. I guess they get the same kind of creepy, deep voice. And sort of funny, like kind of funny. I mean, they are clowns.
They're similar. They're just clowns.
I mean, they're funny in the same way a clown would be funny. Well, the thing is, with Pennywise is kind of metaphysical. That's another similarity, isn't it? It's kind of like an alien transformation. It's got like magic abilities. I didn't really think too much about it. I mean, it was definitely an influence, I have to say. It probably was. But I don't think I even saw the movie It, like the originals, even before I started making the series.
No, I think you saw it afterwards.
Yeah, and it's just sort of like, it's just a cultural thing that's in the background. You kind of integrate it in your own work. That happens with everything. Nothing is like 100% original. That's how I feel about it. Not anymore, anyway. Hannah Dornalis? Can't stay for the whole stream, but I'd stop popping to say hello. Hey, Hannah, thank you very much for the comment. And hello. Emotional Altides. Hey, Umami, you're amazing is good. What synthesizer are you using? I've been using actually for the piano. I've been using one of the native pianos that's built into Logic, but with a whole bunch of like effects on there, like delay and distortion and tape saturation. So, but for the synthesizer, actually, even for the synthesizer, I'd say like 80% of interface soundtrack was done with the native instruments in Logic, and then towards like part 2 is when I started buying like sound libraries, and just like last year I bought a synthesizer, my very first synthesizer, which is I can show you. It's an ASM Hydrith synth, which is a digital synth, but it's got polyphonic aftertouch, and it was pretty affordable. I mean, affordable in terms of the cost of other synthesizers out there. They're all kind of expensive. But I've been I bought this because I was using a MIDI keyboard that was kind of not working very well. So this also doubles as a MIDI keyboard. And I've been extremely happy with it. And I've been using some of the synth sounds for my new music, I pretty much use the synthesizer for everything. Just because I just love the way it sounds. It sounds so creamy and stuff sometimes. Like, I don't know. I just like it. And more recently, I've been using some of the Patreon money to hire actual musicians, like real viola and real violin. And Interface 24 will feature one track that has real instruments, which before I would use software libraries, which sounded pretty good, honestly, but I don't think anything beats having a real instrument. So that's... I had to like learn how to like make music notation properly and that sort of thing, so that people can actually play it. Hey, Umami, many more meme vids on the way. This would be totally, man. I've got more meme videos coming. I'm just waiting to finish Interface before I start making them, because I want to get Interface out of the, I want to finish this off and do it right. Afterwards, I'm going to go back to making like silly shit like Soups on Part 3. Like, the stuff like that. Because I feel like that's where actually I get the most enjoyment out of animating, because it's less serious. If I were to make another serious series, I don't know if I could animate it again, It's very tough, man. I have to be like... It's just a tough thing to do for me. Where are these comments? He's reading them, I don't see them. They're showing up for me on YouTube. I don't know if you... Some of these messages, I don't know. Looks like they're with... Okay. Egg in these trying times. Hey, Umami. I know you're reluctant to give ETAs for interface episodes, but do you have a rest percentage for 24's completion? So I've got like 24 is going to be kind of long. It's going to be part 23. So I got the beginning of it done. I've got the last little bit done. I've got the credits finished. I have to do the hardest part now, which is the middle. And I don't want to rush myself. And I know usually I upload an animation once a month, but it's just not going to happen until Interface 24 is done. The thing is, next month I'm moving. Because I don't know if you can see, but like I live in like a tiny ass apartment right now, and it's really hot, and there's no space. Like just boxes. Look at just boxes back there. That's basically the vinyls and stuff. So I'm moving into a bigger apartment, and so that's gonna take some time away from me animating. I'm hoping to have Interface 24 done by the mid to end of August, which I know is like a long time. So I don't know what to say though. I'm just going to keep working on it until it's done, and probably the end of summer. So I encourage you guys to just try to like forget about the series, like go outside, enjoy your summer, and then right before the school season starts, you're going to have the finale of Interface. That's my goal. Taking up some other projects. I mean, I'm also working on a like a full-length album in the meantime that will come out in 2022. So that will be something else that will come out later after Interface. I'm sorry, Bazar and Roy, but yes, this will be the finale of episode 24. Will be the finale. I'll still make shorts with Mischief and stuff, so don't worry. He's not going to be gone. Let's see. Apathicus. I don't know if it's rude to ask. But you're my top 5 animators, and I'd love to use a couple clips from Interface as notice in my streams, like notifications. Yeah, man, go ahead. That's totally fine. You can make clips of Interface using the stream for like stuff. I don't care. That's fine. Just if anyone asks, to say where it came from, you know, so they can find my web series. Yeah, man, Andy Warda. The silly ones are the ones that make me laugh the most, and I feel like Interface videos are the ones that have affected people the most, you know, the ones that people come back for and watch over and over again. And so it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop making videos like Interface. It's just that I need to just make some silly stuff, and if I am going to make something more serious, I'm going to try to have it written down as a script and see if I can get it made in a more substantial way, you know? And if I can't do that, then maybe I will make another long-form series on YouTube. Who knows? Okay, so there's my outline of Cammy. That's taken me forever. Give her some eyes here. And and for those who are wondering, I'm redrawing her because I scaled it up. So she's larger, and I want to redraw the animation where she opens up her chest. Because it's kind of rough looking, honestly. Evil robot with lipstick. The reason why she has lipstick is because her face is kind of like those Japanese theater geishas. It's kind of the influence for her face. Comes off like a mask. You heard it first, folks. Umami says, go outside. Dude, I've been having to do that myself. Like, you know, it's very tough to sit here and animate when it's so nice outside. But at the same time, I'm like so privileged to just be able to draw for a friggin' living. You know, so I have to like kick myself in the ass sometimes. So just go in there and get your work done, you know? But it is the summertime, and I hope you guys, like, you know, make the most of it while you can, because I don't know what it's like down in the United States or wherever you guys live, but in Canada, we get like 4 months of summer, and then the rest of it's like friggin' dreary depression, snow, and I mean, it doesn't have to be depression. I mean, if you're loaded, you can go skiing and stuff, but and it gets dark quickly. Montreal, I feel like it's not as bad. Like Nova Scotia it's just a very cold location. Like I used to live in Nova Scotia, and it would always be overcast and kind of cold because it's right next to the ocean. Montreal feels quite tropical in the summertime. Do you have any other feature series planned? Sorry, man. I do have ideas, but I can't really talk about them because I don't want to spill the beans on anything prematurely, you know? If I'm gonna do something, you'll hear about it for sure, though. Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, Sad Prince, the series needs to have a proper ending. And like I said many times before, it will be a much stronger series if it has a proper ending than to have it just fade away. You know, I might do as well with like the meme videos, like the silly ones. I might have a few serious ones sprinkled in there that aren't necessarily part of a long-form series, but might be similar in feel to interface. That might be something I might start doing, because I haven't really been doing that apart from just the interface videos. Okay, I gotta look at the... Okay. Memeless Rift. Yo, it's me again. Curious question. I remember you made a few videos using Mischief for some Adult Swim Smalls. After you're done with interface, any chance we could see more Adult Swim Smalls? I might, but the thing is with making Adult Swim Smalls, as much as I like think it's cool to have the cloud of saying I made something for Adult Swim, I don't really own the videos when I'm finished with them, so I can't really use them for anything, you know? And I feel like if I don't need the money, so I'll just keep making my own videos, you know? I don't really need to make them for Turner, which is a huge corporation, you know what I'm saying? Because this way I just retain all the rights to my stuff, and that's I don't have to worry too much about that sort of thing, you know? I mean, they have been quite generous with the fact that I could upload them to my own YouTube channel when I'm finished, after they use them, you know? But also, I think I can just stay on, I could stay on doing my own thing, I think. It'd be cool to do a few more, it'd be cool to do a few like smalls or like, you know, Mischief animations for a different company, just so that it's more like diversified in different areas, you know? I think I missed a few questions. I'm gonna go back. Abraham Nixon. Do you have a day job, or do you only do stuff, or do you work anywhere? So when I started the web series, I was freelancing as a video editor, and that was my day job basically. And I was doing okay, but not, great. Since starting these animations and opening the Patreon and selling merch, I've been able to do this full time. So you guys have just been amazing, and fortunately, I've been doing this full time. And while I'm maybe not animating every single day, I'm doing something related to this stuff every single day, whether that's dealing with the vinyl suppliers, getting the mastering done, making music, or shipping the vinyls, going to the post office. Every day I got plenty of stuff to work on, and so this is basically my full-time job now. I'm fully committed to it. Pineapple Man. Keep doing everything exactly how you're doing. Hey man, don't overthink it. That's the way to go, man. I appreciate the comment. Don't overthink it. Who'd win in a fist fight, Ingris or Delacroix? I don't even know who both of those people are, so I'm sorry. I just got the Juice Galaxy game. It's wild. Yeah, man. David Smith. It's hilarious. It's a really fun game. So, are you making another series like Chimney Alfonso? No, because it was way too much work. It was like way too much. Point and click on YouTube is like a futile. It's futile. So no. As much as it was a fun experiment, I cannot do that again. Sorry. Maybe I'll make Chimney Alfonso in like separate videos or something, but not a click and point thing, or what do you call it? Choose your own adventure. Oh, my mic is doing the thing again, eh? Damn, what is going on with this shit? I don't know why. It's just... Okay, I'm gonna try to fix it again. Hello? Oh, man. Okay, just give me a second, guys. This is gonna, like, freeze the computer. I know it. Alright, is that better? I think I should have fixed it. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I have to upgrade to the latest operating system. I just been avoiding that because I'm like on my last episode. I don't want to like screw stuff up, you know what I mean? If it's not broke, don't fix it. The only thing that's broke is OBS. So when I use my mic for recording voices, everything works fine. So it's just this OBS thing that's screwing up. I don't know. fan roar. You got any opinions? Opinions about what? Give me a topic. Maybe I'll talk about that. Billy No Neck just dropping by. I just want to say thank you, Billy No Neck, for the comment. I appreciate that. Sad Prince, thank you for creating these videos. I've been into the series from the beginning when your interface was just a comic sheet, and I've connected with me a few people. Hey man, Sad Prince, thank you for the comment too, and thank you for being around for so long. Ian Silent. What's your creative process? Do you start with a storyboard or create animations around it, or do you do it in a backwards order? Well, I've talked about this a few times. I usually start with the music first. So interface is really music based. And what helps me visualize scenes is to come up with some sort of sound design or music first. And that's what's really been helping me creatively. If I can't, like if I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I don't know what to write, I'll just play around on the keyboard until I make something. And then I think, what would visually pair with this music? And then that's kind of what I go. That's why I feel like Interface has been such an intuitive sort of series. It wasn't so consciously written down ahead of time. It was sort of made instinctively. And of course, as the series progressed, I got more into writing things consciously because it has to make sense too, you know? And you can only go so far just doing things instinctively like that. So it's a mixture now. It's a mixture of music and writing. But really, though, the music does help me a lot. Are we finally going to hear Henrik's voice? You guys, you know how cheesy it would be if you actually heard his voice? It'd be like, oh, that's the moment you hear his voice. You guys don't want me to do that, really, do you? Mischief, Henrik, I'm saying Henrik. Henrik's voice. Henrik represents something more than just one individual guy, so having his voice would kind of ruin it. No, I do feel like, I might make some videos in the future with Mischief and a different character that actually does speak, because I feel like sometimes Mischief needs to be spoken to, and I didn't really have that many opportunities to do that in this web series. Used mop. Would you consider doing more random drawing streams in the future after Interface? Maybe. Yeah, usually like if you just like ask the audience sort of thing, I might start doing something like that just for fun. Usually I do that when I don't really know what to work on. Okay, black stripes on the sides now. Okay, Coo Dog. This might be an odd question. Where do you get your stickers made? I have a pink guitar and I want to put Mischief Face on it, but I had trouble getting a sticker without a border. You mean like the white border around? Well, their die cut stickers are made from Teespring, so they have to put a white border around it, unless I were to get them custom made somewhere. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I think they're vinyl stickers, so they're like pretty high quality though. Can you take down that drawing, that Zuck in the lower right corner? It's too unsettling. I'm sorry, man. Zuck's there to stay. He's my longtime business partner. Just being you know, he's got his oven mitts on. Sorry, I'm asking us for a second time a little detail regarding Henrik. His last name Nibiewski, or yes, Nibiewski, which means blue. Why Polish? I've been to Poland. Carolina's Polish. I don't know. He kind of looked like he could be Polish. I guess he's got red hair, so maybe not. But I didn't really think too much about it, other than that he had blue clothing on, and I didn't want to call him Blue Guy, so I thought maybe he's Polish and his last name's Nibiewski. And that kind of like builds in some sort of backstory to him as well. It gives him like some more character, you know, when he's talking about his daughter and stuff, and planting a tree and stuff, and getting married, and then, you know, the web series isn't religious either, but there's a lot of religious symbolism, which makes sense for his character if he is Polish. Ike Henderson, what is your opinion on channels like Ethereal Snake? I think they're being creative in great different ways, and they're, you know, I feel like I have seen some influence from my stuff in some of these animations, and I'm just happy that I've been able to provide some sort of inspiration for other people. And I've talked with that guy before, and he's a really nice dude, so. What's your opinion about Rene Magritte, since you've been inspired from some of his paintings? Don't really have an opinion on Rene Magritte, other than I just like their paintings a lot, and that's about it, really. A lot of questions all of a sudden. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to go through them all. Ty Gorton, just dropping in to say hello. I bought my Lady Your Classic Interface t-shirt, and she loves it. Hey, Ty, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. I posted this at the beginning of the live stream, but if anyone wanted to get merch from Teespring today, using this code, what was the code? I put a code so that people can, I forget what I called it. Hold on, just give me a second. Emotions. Oh yeah. Okay, so if anyone wanted to get anything from the Teespring, use this code. It's good for a week. You'll get 20% off. Roderick Matheson. Love the little Canadian details you put in now and then. Hope you indulge us and put something in the finale. Well, I mean, you're going to get to see, well, I don't want to tell you what happens, but it's going to take place at Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, and it's going to be kind of weird, so that's all there's to say about that. And you might see some more of Halifax. Codog I would suggest taking an X-Acto knife to the edge. Oh, right, yeah, okay, for the stickers, yeah. Yeah, just take an X-Acto knife and just, you'd have to cut it off manually. Thing is, with those die cut stickers, I don't think they can do like an exact laser cut, so just the way that the manufacturing is. James McCarthy. If your partner impeded your creative passion in some way, would you work to bridge that gap to promote your creative bond with them, or distance yourself from that impedance in favor of your art? That's an interesting question. I've been fortunate enough that Carolina, which is my fiance, we've been living together for 10 years or so, has just been extremely supportive, and we support each other in our artistic practices. And she's been helping me animate and doing cover art for the web series. So I was able to bridge the gap and creatively work with her. You know, I mean, it's hard to say. Everyone's different, right? And some people it's not compatible. So I've been lucky that way. Let me show you the artwork that we made for part 2 of the soundtrack, which is being mastered right now. So this is the cover for the part 2 soundtrack, which will be released when the series episode 24 is out there. I can show you, like, Carolina did the painting of Mischief, which is amazing because look at how complicated that is. Like, painting that with acrylic is so detailed. And I did the shapes. I added the shapes in. It kind of like adds a little bit of extra dynamics and color. But she did the Mischief painting, and that's it. You know, sometime maybe next year I might actually do an auction, like a charity auction, and get rid of these paintings. But I know, like, it's gonna be hard to part with this one because this one turned out amazing. Sorry, John. It happens sometimes. I've never caught a live stream for this before. Awesome. Absolutely love Mischief. Hey, Killer Clown. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so I basically been redrawing Cammy here so that I could do a more detailed animation of when she opens her chest, which is going to be freaking difficult, honestly. But I have to draw a few things. I find that these shots take me so much longer than they used to, and that's partially why it's taken so long to get these episodes out. I put a lot more detail into the actual drawing than I used to. Will you release interface on Blu-ray or DVD? I will. I will be doing that too. I can't. I'm not going to start doing any of that stuff until it's finished because, well, obviously I have to wait until the video's finished. But I will do that. Yeah. I don't know when they're going to be ready though. It may not be this year. I've been having like manufacturing delays for everything. Like the vinyls that I'm making, I've been taking the entire friggin' year. And it's because COVID shut down like factories have just been slowing down, and not only that, but vinyls themselves have been in high demand recently. Like, they've been selling out like crazy. Like, I think vinyl records are coming back, and so all these plants that I've been using are busier than ever. By the way, if anyone's here and they ordered the Corona Wave vinyls, you might have already gotten my emails about that, but they're coming. July is what they said. First week of July they should show up, and I'm going to start shipping them as soon as I get them. I'm so sorry that it's been taking so long on those. But they're going to be worth it because they're gonna have like the coolest, like the jacket's just gonna look amazing, and I'm really happy with the sound quality. Are you thinking of a vinyl print? Sorry, man. What do you mean? Because these they will be coming to vinyls, yes. CDs will be out too, yeah. CDs, vinyls. I'll be doing Blu-rays and maybe like VHS tapes, like 100 or something. Who does Soup Son's voice? Simon. I can't remember his name, but if you go to the video and you look in the description, you'll see the credits. It's a voice actor, and he like specializes, and he did like a Liam Neeson voice, and so that's why I used him for that. Some person, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Interface Volume 2 will come to vinyl records just like Part 1 did. And I'm getting the files mastered right now. The artwork is done. Probably next week I'm going to submit all the files to them, and they're going to start making them, but I don't know when they'll be ready. It might be like December or something, because it's just been, they've been backlogged with orders and stuff. Okay, I'm starting to run out of energy here, so if anyone's got any last questions before I go, I will try to answer them. But usually I can't go streaming for more than an hour or two because I get all dried out and stuff. And look, my drawings are like wonky now, like this is like off, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna save this. Drifter Lifter. I've answered that question a few times already, but if there is a sequel after Interface Part 2, it will be it's going to take a long time for me to do. I'm not going to start another long form series or continue a long form series. I'm just going to work on some small stuff for a while. Do you have a favorite band or album? What kind of music do you listen to? You know what? Do you have Spotify? I can share my playlist that I like to listen. I'll copy the link to the playlist. And all the music in there I like pretty much. There's a few tracks that like got in there by accident, but I don't really know how they got in there, but pretty much all that. You know what? I'll tell you something else. I bought a vinyl record recently from this musician that goes by the name of Public Memory, and it's awesome. So it's let's see, what's it called? It's called Ripped Apparition by Public Memory, and I ordered on his Bandcamp, and it came with like a free CD too for a different artist. I haven't listened to that yet, but I really like this album. I think it's cool. It's a real cool electronic album that kind of came out recently. And the record I got is blue. It's cool. It's like transparent, like A teal blue. That's neat. I wish I could like play it for you guys, but obviously I can't because of copyright and that sort of stuff. But if you go to my Spotify playlist there, it's one of the top ones I've been listening to recently. Another artist that I've discovered is this one called Earth Eater. And it's really like experimental kind of electronic. And a lot of the songs, honestly, are not something I would really listen to. But I do appreciate the sound design. It's just amazing. And there's this one song I really like called How to Fight, by Earth Eater. I've been playing that one a lot recently. It's actually on the top of my playlist there, so. And Health, I don't know if you guys heard of that band, Health, like an electronic kind of rock band, I guess. What else? Some other artists that's kind of cool. There's Anna von Hauswolf. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. All these bands are in my playlist. You can find them there. That's kind of the stuff I like to listen to. Do you feel like you are obliged to make your animations more intricate because of the following you gained throughout the years? I don't know if I feel obliged to make them more intricate, but personally, I like to push the boundaries of things. And sometimes that means pushing the boundaries into directions that necessarily aren't for the best, which means I feel like I took too much of a step into 3D, and it was really slowing down my process and making me frustrated. And now in episode 24, I'm taking a step back, and I'm only using 3D for stuff I really need it for. And I'm just going to try to go back to my roots of just hand drawing a lot of pretty much everything, and only using 3D when I feel like it's like something I really need. Just want to say, cool dog, before you go, interface inspires me like nothing else. I like to draw and create music, and you've inspired me to write. I'm starting with poetry, but I hope to create a world. Cool dog, well, thank you for the comment. That's really, it makes me really happy to hear. You know, I'm just really happy that you guys have been able to draw inspiration from this web series. Something I just kind of started randomly because my friend came over one day and told me to start animating because I was being lazy. I was playing video games and shit all day, like not really doing any work. So I appreciate that a lot. What else is there? Is there Henrik's last name in Polish? Why is he Polish? Oh, I might have explained this one just earlier, but he's Polish just because I didn't really think too much about it. Carolina is Polish. I've been to Poland. I know some stuff about Poland, and thought maybe it'd be cool to just make him Polish and have his last name be Niebieski. There wasn't too much about it. Do you like the Caretakers' music? I do like the Caretakers' music, but I don't really listen to them for some reason. I just find it to be musically... I like stuff with a lot of melody, and I don't know how much of his stuff has melody in it. I don't know. I do think he makes cool music, though. I haven't listened to some of it in the past, but it's nothing that made me want to listen to it again. I don't know why. I still play video games, obviously. I've just been trying to... I haven't really been... Okay, the last video game that I bought, I think, was Death Stranding. And it was because it just looked visually really cool. But I kind of felt the game to be a giant slog to get through. It wasn't really fun. The story was compelling enough. The music was fantastic. And the atmosphere was amazing. I just wish it was a little bit more... I don't know, something about it wasn't fun for me. Felt kind of like a chore near the end. Just too many menus and stuff, you know? That's what turned me off in that game. Would love to see more Soup Sun. You'll see more Soup Sun for sure. Have you done a sketchbook tour? You know, maybe I should do that sometime in the future. Like, I actually don't keep a sketchbook anymore. I used to, back when I was in film school. Maybe I could go through some of my old stuff with you guys on a live stream sometime in the future. That might be a good idea. I'll keep that in mind. More work with the Minute Hour. Trust me, I definitely want to work with him again. Once I got something, we'll work together again. Actually, I can't understand the contents when I watch interface because I can't speak English. But I'm not sure what language your name is in. It looks maybe like South Korean. I'm not really sure. Maybe Japanese or, but you should check to see if there's subtitles in the language that you're looking for, because a lot of people have translated the language. I mean, I don't have every language covered, but yeah. Metallus, when are we getting the soundtrack? As soon as episode 24 comes out, like the next day, I'm going to put the soundtrack out on Spotify and on my YouTube channel. And I'll take orders for the vinyls. The vinyls may not be ready yet by then, but at least they'll be out. And yeah. All right, everyone, that's it. I hope I answered all your questions, and I'm sorry if I missed any. Obviously, this chat was very active today. But I'm going to keep working on this, and the finale is going to be amazing. Oh, one last question before I go. Shanna, what do you think of all the different theories and breakdowns of interface? I feel like the person who got the closest was Nightmare Masterclass. And, but even if those people, other people were not as close to my personal interpretation, it doesn't matter. I feel like artwork is all about interpretation and how it makes you feel. And I'm just thankful that these guys managed to, you know, they covered my web series, but at the same time they brought in new fans. So that was a really amazing thing that they did for me. Scare Bears, thank you for the comment. All right, everyone. Bye. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging in with me today.